We just gotta flip it up. There we go. Go ahead, a little bit of gas.
Of course, the wrong tire. Can't do that with an XMR.
So while we're dismantling this bike, we're going to work on these plastics. I'm going to cut these, you know, the parts that hold the fender flares on because, I kind of like to make the bike look a little faster, a little crazier, a little more power mods like. Now some of you diehards might hate the idea of butchering plastics, but you know what, I don't really care because it's my bike. A couple different ways you can do it. Now this is just a knife. I've just cutting a, you know, a first little pass on here. You can see where it goes. And you guys be real careful because, I mean, I don't have to tell you what kind of damage these things do, man, but they're pretty heinous. Make quick work of a femoral artery, if you know what I'm saying. It's already gone through. There you go. So, you know what? I think I'm going to continue to do it this way. You can do it with heat. You heat up the blade and it just sort of slices through, but it smells the place up. You know, you're inhaling some nasty kind of toxins, but that's pretty much it. So all I'm doing is just starting this. It's much easier to do when it's on the bike. You try doing this when they're flopping around all over the place, you're probably going to hurt yourself. I mean, I'd hurt myself. You'd probably be okay, but not me. And of course, you can come back and trim everything up really nicely. I wonder, will that just snap? Yep. So there. Oh. Now, of course, that's going to give us enough room for these bad boys to sit under with a little bit of lift. And of course, they're going to be higher than that. The mother-in-law. So we all know about the mother-in-laws. Now, you can, like I said, you can come in. Don't like the look of that? You don't like it? You can do that. Don't like this down here? You can trim that off. Don't like that sharp edge? You can do that. When we come in a little later on, probably take a little bit of sandpaper and work that, smooth this out. Sometimes you got to grab on the different parts of the bike. And you think I should leave this little lip right here, Kai? No. You think I should just continue it? Yeah. You know, one other thing you can do, we did it with the brute force, is take a magic marker and just run it along where you think you want it to go. See, look at this, swinging, missing my leg. There you go. How's that look? You know what, it looks like a race quad. So I don't think we'll stop here. I think what we're gonna do is, we're gonna trim this over like this guy. And that comes across here, right? So, you know, would you want, oops. You know, okay, we'll take this bar off and then we'll be able to reach at it better. Do you want to do that? Or would you want to do? It
might be too like floppy, Dad.
I think it'd be floppy, eh?
Yeah.
I think you're right. That's stupid. So where do you think?
It's like a little bit thing.
Oh, I see.
Kind of follows the lines.
Kind of does one of those.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Cameron?
I like that flush line.
This one here?
Yeah.
I think so, eh? So it sort of comes off. You know what? We'll run it right to the corner of the bumper. That's what your eye is going to tell you. It'll be a straight line. Right to the corner of the bumper. What do you think, Kai? So it comes off that line? Like that. Yeah, I think so. I think you nailed it. Okay, we're gonna have to take this bumper off now. Now, this will eventually come off. This is dry erase marker. And And we're gonna sand these anyway, right? So I think we're gonna be golden. Oopsie, see? That's what happens when it's not as rigid on the bike. Okay, watch out there, bud. Come in here. There. I think when I have the sanding block, we'll just round that right in there and it'll be just dandy. Okay. You could use a straight edge on this as well. Should we come like yeah, I think we should come across like we did with the brute force.
That'd be way too soft though, like too.
No, there's the rack.
Oh yeah.
Goes through this hole and holds it all up.
Yeah, I think so.
Then it'll launch the dirt. I don't like cutting the Honda in half, but not much we can do about that. I wonder if I have a straight edge. When I put that marker on, I can't see where I'm cutting. If I had a straight edge, I could just pin it to this with a, whatchamacallit, a pair of vice grips or clamp. There we go. So watch yourself. I don't want to cut your face off. What do you think? I think that looks pretty sick. I saw a smile on the boy's face there, so I mean, he's loving it. But the key is, if you can see this little lip here, we left that lip on. That just sort of makes it more rigid. And then once once this is all buckled back on and the rack is on here, the rack is going to be holding this rigid as well. That rack's going to fly over the edges. You might have to shorten it up a little bit. I think we are. Maybe we might have to weld that up. Oh no, you know what? Perfect. Check this out. Hey, what do you think from the side there, Kai? Look pretty good? I think that looks good. It looks like a race quad. Hey, Simon. Check out the race quad.
I like it. You just added about 70 miles an hour.
Totally, man. It looks fast, right?
It does.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Then we're gonna sand this down, and then you know where the heat gun is? I've seen it somewhere. Okay, so let's do that to the other side, and then I think all the sanding and all that we can do off the bike, eh, Kai? Yeah. Okay. So that's it. That's how we trim the fenders on the Honda Fourtrax. Okay, now let's get on to finishing these bad boys.